What you want me to do, I'll be. What you want me to be, women on assignment.
I'll say what you want me to say, I'll teach. What you want me to teach, I'll preach. What you want me to preach, women on assignment.
Go, 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 hey, go, 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 hey, go, 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 hey. Women on assignment. I'll go where you want me to go, I'll do what you want me to do, I'll be what you want me to be, women on assignment.
I'll say what you want me to say, I'll teach. What you want me to teach, I'll preach. What you want me to preach, women on assignment.
Go, 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 hey, go, 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 hey, go, 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 hey. Women on assignment. I'll go where you want me to go, I'll do what you want me to do, I'll be what you want me to be, women on assignment.
I'll say what you want me to say, I'll teach. What you want me to teach, I'll preach. What you want me to preach, women on assignment.
Go, 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 hey, go, 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 hey, go, 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 hey. Women on assignment. I'll go where you want me to go, I'll do what you want me to do, I'll be what you want me to be, women on assignment.
I'll say what you want me to say, I'll teach. What you want me to teach, I'll preach. What you want me to preach.
Wait, start over, my show.
Yes.
Wait, start over.
I'll go
You can cut that
where you
part
want me
out.
to go, I'll do what you want me to do, I'll be what you want me to be, women on assignment.
I'll say what you want me to say, I'll teach. What you want me to teach.
Hello, ladies. Hello. We are back at it again. And yes, welcome to another episode of Women on Assignment. And I am one of our hosts, Shamonia Wimberly.
And I am Lakeisha Marion.
And I'm your girl, Leslie Mitchell.
And we are
Women on Assignment. Well, now, so welcome back, everyone. We want to thank you for tuning in and joining us every week right here on Musgrove Music TV every Monday at 7:30 in p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as always, we love to start the show off with our hot topic for today. And the hot topic for today is, do you know anyone who may be living above their means? Who may be living, paycheck to paycheck, who may be, trying to, as we always say, compete with the Joneses, but in the back end of things, their life is not all what it's choked up to be. Maybe their credit is not where it needs to be. They don't have any money in their savings account, do you know people like that? And then why are people like that, you think?
Okay. Leslie, no, I don't know any people like that. Because guess what? You know why I say that?
Why?
Because most people don't want to be honest
Yes.
to say,
Right,
because they're embarrassed. And so, of course, we always see the good side of everyone. But if, people really, truly told their story and really, always say, take off the mask and just be honest, you would say that there are quite a few people that live paycheck to paycheck. I've been there. But we all have been there,
Yes.
Let me just say this. Most successful people have been there.
True.
Okay. So they started from somewhere, but they made a decision to make a change.
Yes, I agree.
You're right.
Well, the key thing you said is that they made a decision, because a lot of times, the holidays is coming up,
Right.
and a lot of times, your finances may not be where they need to be, but
Right.
we tend to, I always say people spend their money on what they want to spend it on.
Yes.
Okay, so with the holiday time, sometimes you don't have really that extra money to buy the things that you really want for your kids. Sometimes we go all out
Yes.
and we're buying. I remember last year the whole thing was like that hoverboard
Right.
movement, and they're $800, $500, and people are buying those things like they cost $5. But then again, when it comes to maybe ensuring that your child has a college fund, they don't have that.
That's
Not
true.
having health insurance. Life insurance. We don't have that. Not getting their credit. Making sure their finances are in order. we're not doing that. We're not concerned with that, but we're spending our money on things that's not adding really value to our life. You know, sometimes. So, because I remember even my son asking me, you know, Mom, would you get me a hoverboard? And I was like, well, I'm not spending my money on that foolishness. Because I can take them $500 and put it in your 529 college fund.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's all about, you know, priorities and what we're doing with our money, and are those things really adding value to us? Because we can get so caught up in the holiday hype. You know, what's the next best thing? And now you rarely see kids even riding on a hoverboard.
I don't even see them anymore. Matter of fact, they did a recall on them. So I wish on the recall they could do a refund.
A refund.
Okay.
You know, so I would say, you know, how would we, you know, what would you say to, because I think it's all about, we keep talking about mindset. We talk a lot about mindset on this show because that's where it all starts, in your mind, in your thinking. So a lot of times we've been just so programmed and conditioned to want to have, you know, there's nothing wrong. By all means, we want to have the finer things in life. We want to drive nice cars. We want to live in, you know, nice homes and wear nice clothes and all that. But to the extent where it's in alignment with what you can afford.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
I agree.
So, you know, I just want to get you, you know, you ladies take on, you know, what can we, you know, what are your thoughts about people? How can, you know, what are some advice you would have for people who may get caught up in this holiday, you know, spending, and then when January comes around, they're looking like, oh man, I'm broke. You know, I don't have no money. You know, what happened?
Yeah, that's true. One thing that I had said recently was, you know, everybody's so worried about the next 4 years. And I'm saying, my question to you would be, what are you going to do with the next year, within the next year?
Right.
We're worried about, you know, and getting scared over the next 4 years. So what are you going to do differently in the upcoming year?
I agree.
So one thing that, Leslie, you made a very interesting point. You know, make a decision. I wish that I had a chalkboard, a blackboard or something, so I can truly break down numbers, because I love to show people the difference. You know, I'm just going to give an example. You know, the new year is going to come around. Tax season is going to come around. Everybody's going to begin to get their income tax check. Please do not take your income tax check and go out and buy brand new cars.
Oh, yes.
You know, and that's the whole premise of our show. It's to empower you and to also educate you, understanding that a car is a depreciating asset. So one thing that we need to start doing, and you know, even when I have individuals to come in and want small business loans and, you know, consumer loans and all these different things, there's something called debt to income ratio. So we look at the amount of income that you're bringing in versus your debts. And someone might be looking to purchase a home. Well, guess what? That car that you purchased because, you know, you wanted it so bad and you were willing to pay a double-digit interest rate, and the payment is so high, you know, that takes away from your home ownership piece. So, you know, you want to reverse that whole mindset. Let's begin to look at, you know, fixing your credit. First of all, and then second thing is, let's get you an asset, something that will make money while you're in it, and take that car and utilize the take that home and utilize the equity to buy you a car, or utilize that credit history to help to take you to the next level to get that car that you want. But we always tend to do it differently. You know, we get this job and we want to go and get the next best car, but that's depreciating assets. So let's realign and let's rethink how we're doing things. So we want to focus on, number one, the asset.
I agree. I mean, I just heard you talking, you and Leslie, and we was thinking about, you know, this time of the year when they're out and they're buying toys for their kids. Like you said, it holds no value to it. But we look at, if you have those extra bonds, when it comes to my background as a real estate investor, and also I invest too. And one thing that I can say, before you invest that money into toys, like you said, it's going to depreciate, why not invest it into some type of a home, you know, and be able to leave a legacy behind for you and your kids. You know, your kids and probably their kids, the next generation. And I always say, you know, sometimes we look at our life, when you think about our parents, ask yourself, what did they leave you behind? So we can know how to be able to break that generation curse. And it comes with us and our mindset, instead of just, like you said, going out buying cars, buying all the flashy stuff. Are we really taking the funds and investing it where it's actually money coming back into the household so you can leave your kids? So think about it. You buy a property, right? You can leave it to your kids.
Right.
An inheritance, a legacy behind for your kids.
Right.
And they can leave it to their kids. Not only that, but you can also take that money and invest the money, where it will also be able to make money for you.
Exactly.
So I totally agree. So don't go out this year wasting your money. You know, if you guys, you know, you're looking to buy a home, you could definitely contact me on Facebook. You're looking to invest in a home, take some equity out, you could definitely reach out to Shamonia to get success strategies.
Yes.
To, you know, get your
Absolutely.
finances and get those things. We have the credit coach over there,
Yes.
Miss Leslie Mitchell, with the consulting business. So we're here. We're not just telling you things to do that we haven't actually did. We're all homeowners. We're all investors. So we're actually, what they say, the proof is in the pudding.
Right.
It's right here. We are investors. We own homes.
And you know what? We have learned from mistakes ourselves.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know, we get out of college and, you know, we want to be on our own and we want to run out and get an apartment and then we want to go out and get a new car. I remember being on my first job straight out of college. You know what? I was living in an apartment and every year I get a raise and I get my income tax check. I'm getting a better car. Every January, December. I thought I was doing it. I was like a Sentra. Then I had an Altima, and I was just okay. Then I got the Altima with the wood, and I thought I was really doing something. Yes. And then reality came, and I was trying to buy a house. It was like, well, your rent is so high, and your car payment. Well, you can only afford this margin of a house. I was like, wait, okay. So you know, we're just sharing best practices based upon our experiences. So we're not telling you anything that will hurt you, but things and tips that will help you.
Right. Yeah. And then one of the things, you know, I want people to, like, we're not saying, you know, don't go out and buy your kids gifts and, you know, all of that. But, you know, do it, you know, where it makes sense and, you know, according to what you know, you can afford. And, you know, if we're in the end of 2016, so, you know, think about, we talked about last year, you know, your affirmations, thinking about, you know, what is it that you want for your life and your family in 2017? You know, is it that you want a new home? You know, is it that, you know, you want to start a business, whatever it is, but all those things, it leads back to, especially home ownership and that thing, it leads back to making sure that you have your finances in order.
Right.
You know, making sure you have your credit in order. You know, we always talk, you know, we joke and talk about, you know, Mona was saying, you know, buying a car. A lot of times, you know, doing income tax, and you see all these little, you know, car dealerships. They pop up everywhere.
They'll even do your taxes,
right? You know, and you go and you take your taxes, and you go get your new car, and you paying 28% interest on that car.
At the time, you'd be like, I don't care.
I don't care, right? But instead of you know, taking that money and doing some research and getting your credit restored, waiting about 4 to 6 months to get your credit where it needs to be, so then you can go into a dealership and not have to put down any money on a car.
That's true.
You know, you can have your income tax money, using that, maybe putting that towards building your nest egg to buy your home.
Yes,
correct.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So just start to think differently when it comes to, you know, what do you want out of life in 2017? And a lot of times, you know, we always make, you know, those New Year's resolutions and, you know, all of those things. But really, you should start thinking now at what you want to do and where you want to be out of life. And, you know, write those affirmations. We talked about a week before, you know, writing down your goals and making a list and, you know, being realistic, you know, about those goals. But a lot of times people are stuck because of their finances.
Right. That's true.
You
Well,
know?
they think they're stuck.
Oh, they think they're stuck. I would say they think they're stuck.
Yes.
They think they're stuck.
Yes.
So, you know, burning topics, you know, for today that we wanted to kind of just share with you. So what would be some tips that we can leave for them really quickly, you know, on what you think they should do, like start what can someone start today to do now, Keisha, like if they want to buy a home?
If they want to buy a home, I would definitely say you definitely want to start working on your credit to make sure that you have definitely a good credit score. I would say at least like a 680. You know, at least. Also, I would say start saving money because you want to make sure that you do have money to show that it's seasoned in the bank. Okay. Definitely start paying down some of those credit cards, get them down to a 30% balance. Make sure you're definitely paying your payments on time.
Yes.
Very important. And the key word is save, cut back. One thing that I know about people, sometimes we keep doing the same thing over and over and over, but we always get the same results. And there's like a little slogan that says, doing the same thing over is like insanity.
Right.
Expecting something different and different results. So I would definitely say that if you want to be a homeowner, definitely get those finances, get your credit. You can come see one of us. We do credit repair. real estate agent, definitely. Your finances, start saving. I don't care if you just put an extra 100 or 200 away a month. You know, you have to discipline yourself to not have to have those shoes or have that bag to be able to say in the next 6 months or a year, now I'm able to be able to buy a home for me and my family. And now you have another asset. I love that.
That's true.
Yes.
That is true. And you know, while you were saying that, in my head, I'm crunching numbers. You know that Starbucks coffee and the Dunkin' Donuts coffee, that coffee that you get every day, $5 a day. You know, okay, yes, that's $5 a day. 5 days, $25, 25, 50, 75, 100. That, you can utilize that as a light bill. So just begin to cut back.
So those are like great tips. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short commercial break, and as usual, we have to pay the bills, so we'll be right back.
Right back.
Oh my gosh, isn't that Gloria Russell? Sing that gospel song, Let the Glory Return. Oh my god, I love that song. You know what? I need her autograph. Let's go and catch her. Alright? Excuse me. Hi, oh my god, it is her. It is Gloria Russell. How are you?
How you doing, man?
We're so excited to meet you. We were just talking about you and that song that you sung. Oh my god. Let the glory return. God bless you. Thank you so much.
As a matter of fact, I have that song. I downloaded it from iTunes.
That's what you listen to now?
Yeah. Dance, let the glory.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Oh.
Oh yeah. Glory. Oh Lord, bring it back. Yeah. Bring it back. Faithfulness. Bring it back. Let the glory return to your house. Return to your house. Let the glory return to your house. Let it return. Oh, let the glory, the Lord, let the glory of the Lord, let the glory return to your house. Let the glory of Jehovah fill this place. Oh yeah.
So now, ladies, we had an opportunity to talk about so many different things during the break. And one thing we talked about was sharing our personal goals. So what we can do is help our guests, our audience, to define some goals. There's so many different things we can categorize as goals. And Lakeisha, you were sharing a couple of those. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. Some of the goals that we can set as goals for our family, our education, our career, our finances, physical goals if we want to lose weight.
All right.
So these are different goals that we could actually set. I love that. Career, education, family, finances, because we all have different type of goals that we want to achieve.
That's true. And sometimes we put these big old goals out there, and so we never get started with even trying to conquer them, because it's like, okay, where do we start? Family. That's that's so huge. Is that your immediate family? Is that your kids? Is that your family, your dad's side of family, your mom's side? So taking those goals and making them very broad helps you to. Making them very specific. That's what we said, right? I said broad. Listen, we don't want you to do broad. No, we want you to break it down so that it's achievable and attainable.
Right. And just on that note, a lot of times when we're talking about people having goals and setting goals, and of course you have different goals, like Lakeisha said, maybe goal for your finances, goals for your career, goals for your family, goals if you're trying to lose weight, whatever that is. But whatever goal that you're setting, you want to make sure that you are setting what we call SMART goals. Okay? So a goal, it needs to be specific. Okay, that's what the S way. It's a specific goal. Sometimes we have the goal too broad. We just say we want financial freedom.
Right.
What does that look like?
But what does that mean for you? Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So you need to narrow that goal down and make it very specific. You know, then you want to make sure that goal is measurable. How are you going to know that you've actually hit that goal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are you going to use to measure that? You know, you want to make sure that it's actually attainable, that it's something that you can actually do.
Right.
Okay, and then you want to make sure that it's relevant, meaning that it's relevant to what you're trying to achieve in your life, what you're trying to do, and then you want to make sure that it's time bound, that you set some type of time frame around that goal basically. So you want to use what we call in the corporate world, SMART goals basically, because it kind of helps you to achieve it. Not necessarily easier, but it gives you something to work with, and you know what you're doing to achieve that goal. So again, making it specific, making sure you can measure it, making sure it's attainable. You don't want to say that you're trying to make $1 million this year, but you have no idea.
Right.
You don't have a business, or you don't have an idea, or you're not doing nothing. So you already know that's not going to happen unless you win the lottery. So making it realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So those are just some key tips when it comes to setting goals and making goals. Because again, as the new year rolls around, we're wrapping up 2016, and as the new year rolls around, we always do those New Year resolutions. We're always doing those things, but then we don't have any goals tied to those things. They just this big idea, but we're not doing anything with it. And I know earlier Lakeisha had mentioned, something you were saying, write it down.
Right, write it down, write the goal down. Because I look at it as, when I look at goals, I look at it as short term and long term. Because you can't say that you want to start a business in 3 or 4 months.
Right.
Or, what are you doing with your short term goals that you're going to go back and you're going to reevaluate those goals within 90 days.
Yes.
So those are short term goals. If you want to buy a house, you're not going to buy the house within, 90 days. So you start off with short-term goals, and then you'll actually go ahead and you'll actually use those long-term goals.
Right.
After.
Yes.
So, for example, you're just not buying a house. So your ultimate goal could be you want to buy a home, right?
Yeah.
So then you're gonna break that goal down. What is it that I need to start doing today to help me buy that home?
Correct.
So is it a short-term goal? Could be begin to start saving.
Yes.
Pull my credit, make sure my credit is right.
Yes.
Find a realtor.
Yes.
All of those things could be your short-term goals. That's gonna lead you to that. Pay off some debt, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Get your finances in order.
Yes.
All of those things are short-term goals that's gonna lead you to that big goal of possibly purchasing a home.
Yes.
But sometimes we just want to go out there to that big goal, and then when we don't achieve it, we feel deflated, or we feel like we didn't accomplish anything, or there's that self-talk go back, or I knew I wasn't going to do it, or whatever it is, but because you just wasn't setting yourself up right for the success. So a lot of times you got to learn how to set yourself up the correct way for success. We're not saying it's going to be easy, but it's a process. But at least if you start off setting yourself up right, then it's gonna make it that more attainable to be able to get to. You have a blueprint, so it's kind of like setting yourself up, giving yourself a blueprint to reach your goal.
Right.
Whatever that goal could be.
Right. That's true.
So yeah.
True.
Right. Okay. Well, just overall, I'm listening to both sides, and I hear Leslie. Leslie, she writes the program, the training program, so all her stuff is going to be to the T, ABC, lined up, structured, so that she can roll it out as the instructor. And Keisha, you and I, we just put our feedback together with it, because guess what? We just go based upon experience.
Exactly.
Throwing that goal out there and just putting it together and see where we're going. So I don't want to share my goal yet. Leslie knows my goal, and I'm going to announce it maybe the last week.
Okay.
Just before we go into 2017.
Yes.
So, because I'm going to challenge both of you guys, but I'm going to hit this goal first.
Okay.
I'm going to hit this goal first.
Okay.
2017 challenge is on.
The challenge is on?
All right.
Okay.
Y'all
Y'all just remember this number, 1,000.
1,000.
1,000. I think I know what she's talking about.
Okay.
I'm ready, honey.
You ready?
I'm ready to roll
Okay,
my
get
sleeves
ready.
up and put my rollerblades on. Let's go for it.
Let's go.
I'm ready for
We
the
got
challenge.
work to do. You
Yeah,
ready for the
team-
challenge?
Team no sleep, baby.
Team no
no
sleep.
sleep.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna have to do some other things. I see.
Let's never quit, baby.
All
We stay
right,
at
now. Okay, all right. The challenge is on. Y'all remember this number? 1,000. Mona got this.
1,000.
Mona got it. She said.
Okay.
So y'all heard that's Mona. That's one of Mona goals. We just know it deals with 1,000.
1,000.
1,000.
So we'll keep you posted on that.
And what's one of my? I think one of my goals. I gotta.
You gotta write your book. Don't try to whisper that.
But
Say it out loud.
that's that big goal. So she has some little
But then,
Some
so
little
you know
things to do.
your large goal is to write that book. So what would you say would be one of your smaller goals to help you get to writing your book?
Get to writing the book. I already wrote the 7 key points that I want to talk about.
Okay.
About the book. So I guess it's now get back with my life coach and actually getting things in place. And I know we could probably have that book out in the next couple months.
Okay,
So
all right.
I'm
Okay.
excited about that. I think I got a lot of New Year goals. You know,
Okay.
definitely gonna start working on a family when God,
Okay.
sends the mate.
First
But
of all,
I'm
that's
already
the goal.
preparing
That's
myself.
the goal right
That's
there.
the goal. Prepare myself
Prepare
spiritually,
yourself. There you go.
financially. 'Cause
Okay.
guess what? You got to bring something to the table.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm already there financially, spiritually, still growing. God is teaching me how to be a wife,
Yeah.
how to be submissive.
Okay.
You
That's the
know,
problem right
that
there.
I'll have that family.
No, just
You know, my
kidding.
husband,
Yeah.
kids, and all that. So that's one of my goals too.
Okay.
To have that whole complete foundation.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a
I
plan.
say that.
I see that.
You see it? All right, Pearl.
Well, I'm gonna finish up my vision board, and I'll roll out and share with you guys my goal for 2017.
Okay.
And it's interesting that you say vision board because I see a lot of posts on like Facebook and Instagram with vision board parties and all of that. And I'm not knocking the vision board thing, just so you know. But a lot of times, I think it's a good thing to have a vision board. But a lot of times, I like to challenge people, instead of having a vision board, why don't you have an action board? Because you can have a vision board, and if you're not taking action towards that vision board, then what's the use of it?
Right.
It's just a vision.
So tell us what the action
Can we
board.
have a party?
Well, maybe we
Before
should
the
have an
New
action.
Year? I know I was speaking to Mimi this week, and she wanted to have a vision board party, but we should share that with her, one of our business partners, Monique. Instead of vision board, kind of entwine it. Action board.
The action
That we're
board.
taking action.
So
I
can
like
we
that.
put the vision, because I'm visual,
Mm-hmm.
and then do the action to the vision?
Correct. Because that's what I mean. That the action step is always generally missing when you're doing a vision board.
Okay.
So you have your vision of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. You got your post, you put your house, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. But then we never take a step back and say, okay, what action do I need to take
To get there.
to be able to get there?
Okay.
So a lot of times people have vision boards and they started in 2016 and that vision board is still on their wall. They did not one thing towards that vision.
Me, I remember that the house, the car, the family, all.
Oh yeah. I'm just
Wait.
saying.
Hold on, but I am taking.
On the day, ladies.
Yes, they were.
And I tell you what, we had a great
Taking
time
action.
on today. One thing, we're gonna just do a wrap up of today's show. So starting with goals, right?
Mhm.
So we gave everyone some feedback on goal setting and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then earlier we talked about the
You forgot. Earlier, we talked about getting people ready, in 2017 and having them to look at their finances and their credit and their assets
all
and
time
that
to
kind
say
of thing.
thank you. She put me on the spot. You saw that? You forgot? Yes, I forgot. Because I'm just wrapping it up.
Mhm.
All right. So any last words? You have
I
remarks?
want to just say what they always say: write the vision, make it plain. Don't just write the vision. But I like what Leslie said: take action. Take action
Take
towards your
action.
vision, towards your goals, towards your
Yes.
plans, towards your dreams.
Yeah.
Make it happen in 2017. Let it be a year that you just can't forget what you
Yeah.
didn't do in 2016. I'm excited about my 2017. It's looking great. It's a year of expansion. God is doing new things, great things. New doors are opening up, and I'm just ready to receive.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
So again, we want to thank you all for tuning in to the show. We'll see you again right here next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Must Grow Music TV. And as always,
You don't want to meet us there, but you want to meet us there.
yes, good night.
Good night.